Road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers.
And for that,
Willie Green here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career. Guys?
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These the first minutes for the first-round pick.
and I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about Jordan's Bulls when he was growing up.
For three, Harris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Olynyk. New Orleans moving it around. McCollum with the bounce pass. Austin trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Right side, Ball takes a three. Another three for Chicago.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about Murray? More than a little glide in his game.
Harris outside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for New Orleans. 8-point game. And going against Chicago, their first game of the NBA's regular season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear-cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the tables.
Harris misses. New Orleans gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
McCollum against Herter. McCollum passes to Boston. Beyond the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Harris missing again.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And here's Harris from the arc. Harris missing again. McCollum with the ball. Here's Murray. Can't cash in from close range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Chicago.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Harris is out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Smith. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's Collins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, and Murray can do so many things on the court, including setting up his teammates.
For 3, Harris. A three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him. Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Alvarado. Back to Williamson. Murray for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Alvarado. The shot missing. Chicago's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Dosunmu. Not going to go that time. Good D by Williamson. Alvarado with it. Now Smith defending.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Harris outside. Lays it up off the glass. Harris has got 12.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Pass to Robinson Earl. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Here's Robinson Earl. No good on the triple.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
For 3, Harris. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Collins, good. Collins has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Looking to end the run. And the Pelicans miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Out to Smith. Back to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 18 points for the chosen one.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And here's Harris from the arc. That shot is no good. His 5th miss now in 12 tries. And it's Alvarado in the corner. Off target from 3-point range. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Dosunmu. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Bulls shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for Kevin Huerter.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Chicago. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Messi. Williamson looking it over. Out to the right wing for the 3. The rebound by Dosunmu. Chicago leading by 13. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
A chance now to see the numbers for Olynyk. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 9 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Smith. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Dosunmu. Giddey, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Mr. Williamson. New Orleans moving it around. From deep three-point territory. Collins grabs the miss.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yeah, you have to understand what you're good at and play within yourself. He just did the opposite.
Pelicans trail by 11. Pass to Murray. Takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Ball's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And I love how Ball accepts the contact on his way up, not allowing it to alter his shot.
On the wing, Murray. He's covered by Ball. Murray, no good.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
And finish off by Collins.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Williamson double team. Murray for 3. Cans it from downtown. Murray's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you can see how locked in Murray has been in this game. He's getting to his spots, and the numbers are piling up.
Some changes for New Orleans. Herbert Jones comes. He's checked in for the Pelicans. And a change for the Bulls. Harris is checked in. .30 seconds left here in the second. Here's McCollum. He has 7. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. No good on that one. Now Harris. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bulls lead by 10. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. All right, they're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Looking at the Bulls, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Bulls.
They're getting good looks from range. That's been the key.
But they also hit a bunch of contested threes, playing with great confidence. You could see the lead snowballing in the second half.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for... being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen a tremendous... He's making a change here. Murray's checked in. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Harris comes in for Josh Giddey. McCollum, left side, looking to end his cold spell. He takes it up and lays it in. And that's now 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1-5 from the field.
They've got Zion Williamson. C.J. McCollum out there with Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Murray. Shoots over Huerter. Murray, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Buzelis with the ball. Harris inside the line. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Huerter.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
It's good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And the basket by McCollum.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Dosunmu, the pass to Harris. Shoots a 3, trains the three-pointer. Harris has got 25 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Dosunmu, the pass to Harris. Back to Dosunmu. Herter finds Harris. 5 to shoot. Another 3 for Chicago.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Harris against McCollum. Back to Harris. A 3-ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Harris has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. Highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. 1:14 left in the third quarter. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by McCollum. It's good from long range. 34 points for the chosen one.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Who wants a t-shirt?
For the Bulls. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Buzelis. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Dosunmu. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Austin the pass to Murray. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Bulls got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Harris. Tries a 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Robinson Earl. Back to Murray from deep. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, how about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Murray for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Murray's got 17.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Harris looking it over. 3-pointer. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bulls ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Let's go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Chicago to start the 4th. Zach Collins is out there with Smith. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Harris. And it's Ball in at the small forward. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They get to take on the Blazers of Portland after this one. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Here's Ball. Plays it up and banks it in. Ball's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Murray kicks to Williamson. Back to Murray. So Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
And it's Alvarado missing. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Ball with the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Williamson, the pass to Robinson Earl. And they get it. Kept alive. Another shot, Alvarado. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense.
And again for 3.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for 3s in a game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Williamson finds Murray. A floater. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
New Orleans gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Williamson a screen on Ball. And it's Alvarado missing. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. For 3, Harris traps in the tray. Harris has got 46 points.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And it's Alvarado missing.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
For 3, Harris. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Inside, Olynyk the pass to Alvarado. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest this.
Good, another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for 2nd in most 3s in a game.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
For three, Harris. That one doesn't drop. Well, for New Orleans, shooting poorly, just 35% so far. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith outside. Pass to Harris. He tries for three, and again for three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
Kicks it out to Collins. Puts up a deep three. Harris misses. So it's the Pelicans now. Floats it up for Williamson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, what a great target Zion makes for on the lob. Nobody's going to get to the ball except him.
For three, Harris connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson, viewed as one of the best shooters ever to play this game. Hard to believe that the mark of 14 made threes has been passed here this evening.
And now we head to center court, where MP has a few words for us.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting a record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made the shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Clearly, Greg, just a dream come true for MP, standing on the shoulders of giants who came before him.
And no doubt, Kevin, those giants paved the way. But MP is the one who just took three-point shooting to a whole other level.